Just Sveno and Mick here, and just to do a real quick video on one cylinder head of mine. I've got a set of cylinder heads, small port, Aussie, what they call small port, or 2V Venturi, closed chamber cylinder heads. Now this is my standard cylinder head, which I had reconditioned probably 15 years ago, and here is a standard inlet port. I'm just going to the inlet port side. Now you can see that the floor of the inlet tract, all standard, nothing ground. You can still see the casting marks back in around the centre of it there. You see where the valve comes through, the valve stem comes through the cylinder head. You can see that post that's sticking down, hasn't been modified at all. None of it's been Dremel ground or machined up at all completely still standard. Now here's a cylinder head off our son Damien's XD ESP Fairmont gear Onyx Black 351 manual that he had. Sold about 7 years ago, and it went back down to Victoria, down to near where it was built actually. Now, these are apparently the ducks, nuts and factory Cleveland heads for the street. Small port heads aren't too bad. Have a look at that. It's like what I'd sort of like a wedge shaped combustion chamber. There's a bit of an area here, so I'd say probably for the day they weren't a bad design cylinder head. But we'll just go across here to the inlet tract here. They've still got the original Ford markings. You can see Ford Motor Co on there for Moco. And we'll look down into this bale of this port. You can clearly see that, I'm just trying to stop shaking here. You can clearly see that the foot of the inlet port has been ground up. See around there, so a little bit on the left hand side because it's going rusty. You can clearly see where it's been ground. Also more so on the right hand top side of the inlet port there, and you can see down where the valve stem comes through the cylinder head, that pedestal-y looking thing is all sharpened up. And this car used to absolutely piss all over me XB, and both 30 thou over they were, flat top pistons. This thing used to rev like there was no tomorrow. It had a pretty big cam in it that was buggered when we got it. Cylinder heads were cracked. Cylinder head was cracked. There was a throwaway one of them, and I just kept this one because we thought it had been ported, and this thing used to, just like I say, absolutely annihilate the XB sedan. And both 750 double pumper carbies on them, and same cam specs, and it had been balanced. The Damien's in the XD still even after we put original standard heads back in, just reconditioned on both of them, it still went a lot harder than mine does. It did. Just run over beautifully smooth. Whatever balanced it, the engine it's just magic engine. I'm going to leave it at that. There you are. So whether they were done by the factory, I don't know. There's rumour had it that they did do a bit of porting out of the factory for Dick Johnson, so he could they could homologate tidied up heads. Now whether that's true, I don't know. But clearly you can see there's my hoofer. Probably get a good look at that one in and around where the valve comes through the cylinder head. But I'm going to leave it at that. And these are both laying the same way. And try and get that torch to shine that up. It's a lot blacker in there because this one has been oiled up more. Those other heads have been sitting for probably 18 years, that left hand head. I'm going to leave it at that. Just want to make out.